You guys hear the crows?
No.
I can extra hear them.
I love
if
that,
it was
though.
catching
Do you hear
it.
the crows?
Do you hear the crows? They're calling.
You hear the crows that are calling.
Crows have eyes.
Cuckoo!
Hello, and welcome to Spooky Sips, where we put our love of horror movies into a podcast and sip some spirits along the way. I'm one of your hosts, Yvette, here with my co-hosts, Laura and Brianna.
Hello.
Hey. All right. Well, spooky season is over.
Oh,
Technically.
it's still fall.
But it's still fall. And like in Salt Lake, it's really rainy and like cold today.
Very
so,
spooky today.
You know, we've still got the spooky vibes happening.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, we just finished watching The Orphanage. It's from 2007. It's in Spanish. It's from Spain. Right? Yes.
It was like a Spain-Mexico.
Okay, like a
joint effort. Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
can always tell though, because I love like the Spanish accent. With, like the little it sounds like they have a lisp. They don't.
Yeah, there's more of the
They just do a
Mm-hmm.
TH sound instead of an S in Mexican Spanish versus Spain Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love it. I love the accent.
There were both Spanish and Mexican actors in this. So there's a little bit of a difference there for sure. Mm-hmm.
So I was just in the mood for something spooky like in October, and I happened upon this and I was watching it, and I love anything from Guillermo del Toro, but I love Crimson Peak. And the movie is this woman, it's about this woman, Laura, that goes back to her, it was an orphanage that she grew up in, and she like buys it, and she's going to have a home for children of her own there. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie isn't very far into it. And like the way that the house was, I was like, oh my God, this has such Crimson Peak vibes. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay. Cause he wasn't listed as the director on the one thing that I saw, but he is, cause he like, I didn't look super into it, but I guess like the main director knew him and they were like friends, and he asked him to like be in on it. So I was like, oh, that's where it's coming from. But it had such vibes that So that's why we watched this, because I just happened upon it and I had never seen it before.
Yeah, I'd never seen it. I'd never even heard of it. Like when you asked if we had watched it, I thought you were talking about the Orphan horror movie. Like I thought it was just a different one.
And it's from 2007, so it's, it's not new, but it's really well reviewed. So like I'm surprised that it's not more talked about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unfortunate because I have seen this one before.
Okay.
So when my husband and I were first dating, at first he used to watch scary movies with me. He used to like them. Now he doesn't. But he was like, this is probably one of the best scary movies I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
So he had me watch it with him a long time ago. And like, you guys know my memory. I'm like, oh gosh, halfway through a movie, I was like, yeah, I think I've watched this before. But no, this one, not only do I remember it, but this movie sticks in my brain because and we'll get to this toward the end, but like, it's such a good one and it's so memorable that it's a standout to me.
Yeah.
This movie is a standout. So although it's funny because then like in thinking of movies, I forgot to like add it to our list because there's just other ones that came up, but no, this is not one that should be forgotten.
No, it's So
also our list is infinitely long. I would say like every other time we talk, we're like, oh my God, how have we not done this one for the podcast?
We'll never get to it.
All do this until we're 90.
Yeah.
And it's a never ending. The limit does not exist.
No. The list will keep growing.
Always.
We could even watch a scary movie every single day and not finish them all.
No.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we'll just jump into it because we will. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have to help because I did watch it like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for me, I remember like all the things that I loved, but it has been a minute since I've seen it. So
Well, and I'm curious, is there any more that either of you know about the story? Because I also remembered thinking originally, oh, this is a Guillermo del Toro movie, but then his name was there, but then he's not the main director.
No, because even when I looked it up online, he wasn't. I had to go into it.
But you get some Guillermo vibes.
Yes.
You get some vibes. So do we know how they were friends or how he got involved in helping?
Yeah, so I think the director knew Guillermo del Toro, and when they knew they wanted to make this movie, he reached out to Guillermo to ask for help because it was hey, I need help with this movie.
Okay.
So he helped with a lot of it, and also I think helped get a lot of the money for it.
Yes.
So that's why at the beginning it has Guillermo del Toro presents as opposed to a credit. So I've seen some places call him a producer even. So he definitely had a hand in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Because it was different. It wasn't exactly the same style, but you could definitely see
feel his
influence.
presence.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I was no, for sure.
He knows how to make just a gothic-y, spooky place.
Romantic.
Romantic, all of the above.
And even just something about the pacing, I feel I loved the pacing and it has a feel,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the setting is amazing. It's this huge house. And it's that kind of gothic architecture, the stained glass windows everywhere. And we know that it was an orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're moving in there. They have a son. It's Laura, her husband, and they have a son. They're moving in there, but they're going to have their own home. It's not quite an orphanage. It'll be a home for kids with disabilities. It's a little bit different. It's a little more.
Yeah, she says they want 4 to 5 kids. It seems to be more caring for them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna adopt, foster, and or adopt kids.
Yeah,
and so so the movie, the very first scene of the movie is we see it when it's an orphanage. So we see kids are playing, and they're playing in English it would be 1, 2, 3, knock the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically a version of red light, green light, because someone is turned away, and she's knocking on the tree, and she says the uno, dos, tres, toca la pared. Did I say it right?
Yeah,
toca la pared. But so she's playing that, and then the kids are coming toward her until she turns around, and then they have to stop. Which it's kind of innocent but kind of creepy game.
Yeah. That's coming back.
Oh yeah, it's coming back.
Oh yeah.
And then she gets adopted. So her name is Laura, and she gets adopted. And then it cuts to then she's an adult moving back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty quick setup. So I guess did you guys watch it in Spanish, subtitles, dubbed?
Yes.
How did you watch it?
Yeah. So unless I'm being forced against my will, I don't like dubbed.
I don't like dubbing.
Yeah.
I struggle. So I did Spanish with English subtitles.
Nice. Yeah.
I did the same, and I did the same the very first time I watched this. And I think it makes a difference because you hear the actual actors' voices.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel you get it more. You're more in it. I feel when you actually hear them speaking, because when it's dubbed, it's it doesn't match. The pacing will be off. And so it almost takes you out of it because it doesn't align perfectly. So I don't love dubbing.
Yeah.
How about you, Yvette? Did you do the same?
I just watched it in Spanish.
Well,
yeah.
Well, you didn't need subtitles. So
yeah. Well, I'm just curious, if you had the subtitles.
Right.
I just did Espanol.
Right. I'll see.
And so we meet. Laura and Carlos are moving into the orphanage, and they have a son, Simone. And I cannot handle how stinking cute Simone is.
I know.
So
he's just this cute little kid with brunette curly hair, and he is dressed as a superhero, and he's so cute. I could just die.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's so
apparently cute little family.
Apparently they auditioned 400 kids to try to find someone for Simone. So like this, it was a long search. And no, he's so cute.
He's so...
And they're just such a cute little unit.
They're such a cute unit.
They are.
And we see like him taking some pills.
Mm-hmm.
But then him and his... But they don't really explain it.
No.
But then him and his mom go to the beach. They like go to this beach cave. And Simone has like invisible friends already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then he meets a new friend in the beach cave.
Yeah, he's like talking to someone in the cave where we can't see.
Like we just see darkness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he's having a full-on conversation.
Oh, yeah. It like starts pretty spooky, I think, right at the start. Like yeah.
Like Brianna, you already talked about like the house is just this like iconic, like just a magical kind of set. I also felt like the beach and the cave setting. Oh, I want to go there.
I know.
Yeah.
Like we should all do a retreat at this house on this beach. It's probably not real.
Sold.
No, it's real. Well, I don't know if the house is, but
like probably not together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Spain is a real place. You know.
Although actually, like apparently only like 20% of the movie was shot at the location that they wanted. The other like 80% was done at a soundstage because like the locations were pretty difficult to like actually film in with like the house and the cave and like all of those things. So actually like 80% of this movie was done on a soundstage.
I would imagine that like caves, obviously, but then old houses are probably hard to like light correctly and then do the sound.
And they're all so closed off, right? Like old houses, like there was no open concept.
Yeah.
Like, everything is its own little room. And,
right. Exactly.
Yeah. I think the caves, I saw that they had to film, like they found 3 different caves. Because the original one that they found, like they just could not shoot it all in one location. No. So it's a combination of multiple caves.
Yeah. I believe it.
So like the invisible friend that Simone meets in the cave, he says, "Oh, well, you can come home with me." And he leaves them like little breadcrumbs. One of the things that I love so much about this movie is there's so many like childhood kind of stories and games that gets put in. Like there's the red light, green light. There's like the breadcrumbs from like Hansel and Gretel. There's Peter Pan and Wendy. I feel like they just
put treasure hunt.
The treasure hunt. Yes. They just put all of these like innocent childhood things, but I don't know. They make them spooky, but in a beautiful way.
Yeah. No, and I saw like an interview with the screenwriter. So the director didn't write it. There was a separate screenwriter who wrote the story. His name was Sergio Sanchez. And he said he took a lot of inspiration from like his own childhood. Like he very much so looked at like himself as a kid and like what was he scared of? What did he do? So like he mentioned that like I think he was sick like a lot when he was a kid. So he spent like a lot of time in the hospital and he had like older parents. And so he had that fear of like, I'm a sick child and my parents are old. What happens to me if something happens to them? And he had imaginary friends during that time. So like I think he pulled a lot from his own childhood and his own like memories and like his own fears. And like I think you get that because it feels much more real.
Yeah.
And like we'll see it more as the movie goes on. But I think something that I thought was unique is that those things were used as a way for like Laura and Simone to stay connected and for her to understand him. When a lot of times those things are used to be like, oh, you're just a child. Like, oh, it's just an imaginary friend. I don't believe what you're saying. Or, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're just a kid. Like, but it was a way to keep them connected. And we'll see that more as it goes on. But like, I liked that about it. It was used to like, almost like give him credibility to what he was seeing and believing.
Well, and I think a huge part of that is that Laura herself was an orphan and had this trauma. So that's such a good way for them to connect and for her to be able to see him and for him to know that she sees him too.
Yeah.
Although we do learn, it's right around here, this creepy looking social worker who she reminds me of like, there's this like character in The Incredibles with like big sunglasses or big glasses.
Oh, like the designer that does their outfits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the social worker not a little bit remind you of her?
Oh, you know what? I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we meet this social worker who she comes to check on Simone, and she basically is like, well, you adopted Simone and he's sick and there's these new treatments.
Yeah.
And Laura's like, Simone does not know he's adopted. He doesn't know he's sick. My husband's a doctor. We're going to tell him in our own time. Back off, lady.
Well, and even like she kind of shows up and it's like, oh, wait, why are you here? Like,
it's a weird,
who are you? Like, it's a weird interaction.
It kind of reminded me of when the people come to the house in the Others.
Yes.
Where you're like,
I feel like I got,
you're
well, because
not here for
she
real
even
reasons.
says something about how like it was because they moved and like she's like, how would you have known that? Like it doesn't make sense how she would have known what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she like goes and she creepily hides in the shed. And Laura's gonna go she gets Carlos, her husband, to go find him or to go find her, and she's like carrying some weapon or something. And Carlos is like, "What are you gonna do? Bash an old woman's head in?"
Yeah,
we'll call
I
the police if she comes back, but otherwise let it go.
No, I'm gonna go out there and get her. You betcha. I know. So like through all of this, they're getting ready to like the big day is coming where they're gonna like open the house and have people come and see it. The children will come, like that will live there. It'll be like the whole big thing. So while all of this is happening, they're also getting the house ready and trying to so there's a lot happening for them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on in the background as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the file comes back pretty much immediately because I think one of the next scenes is that Simone teaches her to play the game.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because so he says to her, well, my new friends, first of all, he says, my new friends have told me that I am not going to grow old. He brings up Neverland, and he says, I'm not going to grow old and I'm going to die. But then he teaches her, he says, they've also taught me this kind of scavenger hunt thing.
Game. And I forget how it starts because there's something where she opens it and it's his baby teeth. And she was like, wait, this isn't your this treasure.
Isn't where it goes.
Yeah.
This wasn't because it's like you take something and then put something where it was. So like his baby teeth were in this box where he used to have rocks. So now they know the next place to go is where the baby teeth used to be. And she knows that's like in her jewelry box. So they go and then they see what the next clue, which is like shells.
I also thought it was interesting that like this might just be a thing in different countries or in Spain. They called them his milk teeth.
Oh, that's
instead of baby teeth.
So like that's what we called them like in Spanish growing up. Like those were your baby teeth are like your milk teeth.
I think every other country calls them milk teeth. Like I think that's
really
I've heard that more than like baby teeth. I feel like that's more common. Like
interesting. Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys would like ask about that.
Yeah, I was like milk teeth. That's interesting. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, and he had also drawn a picture, like I think right before the game started, where he is drawing a picture of all of his new imaginary friends. And this is just, it's subtle. It's subtle in this movie. And that's why it's good. But he's drawing his new friends and they all, some of their faces were shaped or their bodies were shaped a little different than typical. But then the one person, his bestie new friend is Tomas. And Tomas has, it's like here's how I described it when I wrote it down. A scarecrow paper bag face boy.
Yes, it is like a scarecrow paper bag.
I don't know how else
I think that's a good way to describe it.
No, it is. That's exactly what it is. Yep.
Yeah, then they go on the scavenger hunt and it ends up leading to Simone's file.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look in the file, but when the file falls out, he confronts his mom and he says, "You're not my mom."
Yeah, like he knows.
I'm sick. I'm going to die. So basically it's that he has HIV and is taking medication for that. And his parents have never told him. And they also had never told him he was adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like he knew. And we don't know how long he knew. We just know like he knew.
Yeah. I think he says his friend told him. He's like, no, he told me.
Yeah.
But then, the party's there.
Yeah, it's the big day.
The big day.
And yeah, it's like a lot of people, right? Like, it's a big celebration and there's all the kids and
before the party starts, Simone goes to his mom and says, like, I want to show you where Tomas lives. I think,
yes,
right? It was
house.
one of the friends. Yeah, I was like, no, I need to show you his house. And she's like, no. And he like fully throws a tantrum. And so she slaps him.
Yes.
Like, and like, that's where she then goes off to the party. That's like the last little interaction we see with them.
Because she was like, no, you got to come down to the party. This is like what we've been working for. And he's, you know, just.
He's being very like, no, this is more important. I'm not going to. I'm only doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying she should have slapped him, but like, she's worked the last years for this. Yeah, her whole life, like, it's come full circle for this. Like, you know, so she's exasperated and tired because she hasn't been sleeping. We also know that. Like, so there, you know,
there was a lot leading up to that moment. Yeah. And then,
And I didn't even write this down, but it's so funny because I had seen this movie before when watching it too. We do see in all the chaos of the party. So then she, you know, she slaps Simon. He kind of runs off crying, and then she goes back to the party. But then she's doing stuff and she ends up having to like get something. She has to go into the closet and there's all these big poles in the closet and she kind of like pushes them off to the side and then gets to the party.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like their closet where they keep like like under the stairs, like the brooms and it's like the junk closet, you know?
Yeah. There's these big heavy poles in it.
Right.
So then, there's all these people at the party and why at the party were they all wearing creepy masks?
Okay. Yeah. I just assumed it was some sort of dress up thing, but
that's what I figured. Like, I guess I didn't look it up. I wonder if it's like
a masquerade.
I wonder if it's like
they
a
definitely
Spain thing. Like, I don't know. Like a children's, like if it's like a popular like kid thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And like, I used to teach Sunday school and like kids love masks. Like we always had like, you know, maybe it just was like, we need something for the kids to keep them busy here. Let them put masks on. I don't know.
Yeah. But all the adults had them too. So we just see all these creepy masks and we see Tomas.
Yes, we see
we see a little boy. He has
just like in the background at first
paper bag thing, and he has a little jumper with a little Tomas label. Oh, and then I forget if this is before or after. I think this is when she has realized Simone's not there. Laura realizes Simone's not there.
Yeah.
And so she's starting to search the house, and then the little Tomas starts like walking down the hall toward her.
Yeah. She's like trekking by the bathroom.
And so he kind of goes after her and ends up slamming her fingers in the door so much that she falls into the bathtub. And that scene is so raw, I feel like.
Yeah. Because as soon as you saw her grab onto the door frame, it was like, oh no, he's going to close the door. Yeah.
I once it was in high school and it was when I was driving. So I had my license, but our family only had one car. And so for some reason I got to drive to school that day in our Ford Forest Green minivan.
Yes.
Ford Windstar Forest Green minivan.
Yes.
So I drove it and I went to shut the door and my friend, I forget because it was like there's like the sliding doors for the passenger and then the main passenger door. I forget which door it was, but I think it was the sliding door. She shut it and my finger was in there, but the door automatically locked.
Oh,
so we couldn't get the door open because I'm panicking. And I had this like a giant, like my whole finger was like,
it was
dented for months.
It was dented for like 2 years. I feel like.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was like slightly dented for 2 years, but it was like painfully dented for a few months. Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of a safety feature. You know, it's like, don't worry, if you slam it, it'll lock.
Right. Now, this is just a technicality, but I think this happened before the closet thing. Right?
What did?
Where she like got knocked. The bathroom thing happened before the closet thing.
Oh, it could have been.
Maybe. Yeah.
It could have been. Because, it was when he was missing.
Right.
And she was like frantically searching.
Yeah, because that's when she was searching. And that's when she later that might matter. So
it might matter. You're correct. You're correct.
But yeah, so she's got this disgusting like fingers, so she's all bandaged.
Yeah.
And now they're all getting kind of worried because they can't find him.
Yeah.
At the party. So like now everyone's like, okay, let's find Simone. Like, everyone goes a looking.
Yeah. And does she see him in like the distance and that's why she runs into the water? I think she like sees something, right?
She's in a cave.
In the cave, yeah. And that's when she like goes into the water.
Yes.
Like, and the tide is coming in because Carlos is running after being like, no, like the tide is coming in, like stop it. And we see a little boy in the cave entrance.
Yes.
Because I think at this point that she had searched the whole house. And so she's like, oh, the last place that we went that was a fun time was this cave. So that's why she goes out there and she sees the boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess she may have also put together that like Tomas was the most recent friend and that's where he lived. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because she was thinking, oh, that might be where he lived, like, and he wanted to show me. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, right. But because the tide is coming in, she falls. She breaks her leg.
Oh, and she's like trying to like drag it through the sand. Like,
it's brutal.
Yeah.
So then, after she breaks her leg, we get a dream. I forget if this is before or after or in the hospital. We do get a dream though. So I feel like we should break to talk about the dream.
Yes.
Dream because it's important when this dream happens.
I feel like we need a sound.
We do need a
like
sound.
Like a wind chime that you can like.
Oh my God! Yes. How do we get that? How do we?
So all I wrote for the dream was that she herself is swimming in dark water, and we hear what almost to me it was kind of like a train whistle. Or some sort of an alarm whistle.
I think I thought train. Yeah.
So we've already talked about water so much because that's such a common theme in dreams. But really that's tied to emotions. And we talked before because that's kind of like maybe related to the amniotic fluid in the womb or something. And so it really is related to like being a mother. In this particular dream. And I think the reason why it's dark is because Lara has all of this trauma around not only not having a biological mother herself, but then also we don't know, is it that she could not be a mother biologically or that she didn't want to because she wants to be a mother to orphans because she was an orphan? We're not sure. But there's just some pain around that either way. And then this train whistle and alarm that we hear, that is an indicator that a family member needs protection.
That's wild.
That's exactly what it means. Yeah, the alarm. So train whistle, not so much that what the train whistle wasn't in my book, but a sounding alarm.
Right. That's pretty good, you know? Yeah.
So really what I think her dream at this point means, and yes, it's just when Simone is missing within the first few hours, but her mother instinct knows there is something has happened. He is not okay and he needs my protection right now. And I cannot leave until this gets resolved. Which was kind of looking back on the dream.
Totally.
Once we know what happens. It was because this was the only dream in the whole movie.
Right. Yeah. Now we get some foreshadowing.
Yes. Perfectly placed and foreshadowed. Yep.
So then we like jump ahead. It's now been 6 months.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Which I was like, oh, okay. 6 months.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yeah. And she's in this grief support group. And she starts talking about Simone's imaginary friends. And then everyone else in the support group talks about seeing their passed away relative or child. Like the one was like, yeah, or because I think it's not even just that Laura's talking about Simone's imaginary friends, just like I think she's talking about that she thinks he's there in the house.
Yeah, that like she feels him.
She feels like
He's
he and his friends are all there.
Yeah, they're there. Like
they're all
and they
there.
all tell stories about how they had the exact same thing.
Yeah, she's like, I saw my daughter in her room, and I saw my son playing in a tree or whatever. Like they've all talked about like that they have also seen them, and she's like, no, it's not the same.
Yeah, she's like, no, mine's different.
She's like, thanks, but no, this is actually like happening.
Yeah.
And they're all kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, they're there. You know, like they're I think they're all thinking like, well, you're just still so in it, but like, we get it. They're trying to be empathetic. But she's like, no, this is really happening.
Right.
And then the car, they're in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Because I think earlier, like at some point, the police officer, right, had gone to talk to the couple to say like, hey, okay, he's been gone for a while. Like, because he's adopted, we need to consider other options, like a family member, or, you know, like a related one, like abduction. Like, we need to consider other options.
Right.
And that's when we realized that social worker that came to visit is in fact not a social worker, and they have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
When do they learn who she is? Is this before or after the bus?
Or maybe they did know. Maybe they did know who it was, and it was like definitely not a social worker.
Yeah,
maybe it was later.
Like they know it's not a social worker.
Yeah,
yeah,
it is. It's after the bus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So they're in the car, like leaving the grief group, and I think her name was like, she told them her name was like Bettina. I think
Benigna.
That was it. And so she sees her crossing the road, and she has like a little carriage, like a little baby carriage. And she like turns to her husband and she's like, oh my God. And she's like trying to get out of the car because she's like, oh my God. Like
there she is. Oh my God, it's her.
Bus just, and the baby carrier just gets obliterated and Benigna is gone. Yeah. And it's just this like,
is the most recent recording we've had of this not the re-release, but was it Freaks?
Yeah.
Or Freak Show, I mean.
Yeah, I think so.
It would have been.
Because we kind of described the face of the clown once he took his mask off.
Yeah.
And that was Benigna.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what happened to her face. Like her whole bottom jaw is just mangled, bloody. It was horrific.
Yeah.
And was there anything in the baby carriage?
A doll.
Oh, the doll.
A doll with the little sack over
her back. Sack.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But after she died, then when she dies, he's like, oh, she had the cop says, oh, she had these movies and these pictures. And they realize that Benigna worked at the orphanage when Laura was a child and that Tomas was her son.
Yeah, who was living there as well.
And Laura's like, there's no way, like I would have known, but they kept him very separate. Like he didn't get to be with the orphans, with the other kids. Like he was very separate because he had like a lot of like facial deformities. And so like they kept him very isolated and alone. And so that's why Laura didn't really have any memory of them, you know.
Except for after Laura had left the orphanage, and we learn then, is that then the kids did start to play with Tomas a bit, but they were kind of bullies.
Yeah.
And so they took him out to the cave, same beach cave, and they tied him to a pole. They took off his mask and they ran out of the cave, thinking that he would then have to run out of the cave to get his mask. Now, that sounds horrific, and it is, but also the kids were not trying to cause major harm.
Right.
They were just like, hey, Tomas, show your face. It's okay. Like, or playing a mean kids trick, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they were just being
Yeah, they were just
being
being
mean kids.
mean kids,
They weren't
yeah.
like trying to kill him. Like,
Yeah.
But Tomas didn't come running right away.
Yeah.
I think he was too afraid. He took a while. So because of that, he didn't come out until the tide was too high and he died.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really sad.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
sad. Very sad. So at this point is when she's like, we gotta get intervention. We need more help, right? And this is when she gets the paranormal.
Yeah, one scene happens before.
Oh,
that
okay.
is just so cool. But just one scene happens before. So she is after this whole ordeal and she learns about Benigna. She is in bed and she is talking to her husband because they have kind of grown apart at this point. They've been grieving their kid for, I think at this point it's now been 9 months or something.
Yeah.
So
We get another time jump.
Yeah.
Like, yes, in a few more months.
She's talking and she's like, I'm so sorry. You know, I love you and we used to be so close, but this has just been so hard. And she's talking because she feels him come into bed and snuggle her.
Yeah.
And so she's having this whole conversation and she's just and this actress was so good.
Oh my God, she was so
She
good.
crushed.
And so she's just having this really emotional moment and then she like turns and he's not there. And Carlos, who she thought she was talking to and felt in the bed, comes out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
So she's getting more and more. It's like she thought she saw Simone. Now she thinks she feels Simone. She hears
Like
the
there's
kids.
a lot of presence.
There's a lot
upon
of
her.
presence. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she goes to this, like, at first I thought it was maybe a psych lecture.
Yeah.
But no, this man was not a psychologist. I don't know.
No, it was.
Yeah.
I think they were just like paranormal
Maybe.
people.
Yeah.
Like ghost hunt, not ghost hunters. They were people that will like come in and try to help you figure out what's happening in your house. Like,
Yeah.
so kind of like house mediums. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the Conjuring.
Yeah. I feel like that's the vibe I got was like, like the Conjuring couple.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Because it's the one dude that's giving the lecture, but then he says, well, my colleague, and what a perfect name for an itty bitty medium to come to your house. Her name is Aurora. And I just feel like
she's very eerie.
Invokes spooky.
She looks a little skeleton. Yeah. So she's very creepy. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, they're going to come in the house. Oh,
yes. And I do have to call out the, whatever he is. Yeah. The paranormal guy, the one who is like, okay, let's get a medium involved.
Yeah.
Anyone who grew up in like a Mexican household watched El Chavo is the show. And he was in that. So when I saw him, I was like, wait, I know that person. And like, it's like such a silly show that like you watch as a kid. So seeing him in like a not silly,
a serious role
setting, I thought was so funny. But I do have to call that out because it's like if you grew up in a Mexican household, you watched this show and he was one of like the main characters in it.
So that's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It's like just seeing people in a different like, oh, I don't know. We can cut this out.
Okay.
If we need.
Okay.
But it's that I had a celebrity sighting.
Laura had her own celebrity.
And so I saw a celebrity in a different light than normal. And it took a minute for me to realize this is not at all the same thing you were just talking about.
And this has nothing to do with Spooky Sips, this movie.
And it has nothing to do with Spooky Sips. No. But you know what? It's a good story. And honestly, like, I think her fans would like this. So
it is. We'll tag her.
Okay.
So if whatever your name is, sorry, actress, I don't know your name, but if you're listening, we're available for comment. So,
oh my God, we're available for comment.
So my husband and I went to a Bills game this past weekend, a Buffalo Bills game, and it was in Miami. And then we were coming home. And so when we were coming home, we were on a flight from Miami to Salt Lake City. So we got a free upgrade to Comfort, which was very exciting.
Hey,
so we're in Comfort Plus. But the seat that we were in was Comfort Plus that was kitty corner to first class. So while we were not in first class, we were like next to first class. And so as we're getting on the plane, I see this actress or this person. And I was like, oh my God, Jaden, I know that person. I know that person. Who is that person?
Mm-hmm.
And Jaden's like, I don't know who that is.
You were asking the wrong person.
So then I'm thinking to myself, and I was like, okay, so she's famous. She's an actress. I was like, but she's not like been in like super big Hollywood movies. Like I know that I know her, but I don't know exactly where it's from. So I'm like Googling like, okay, this is maybe me, but I was like Googling like B redheaded actresses.
Like B-list.
Like B-list redheaded actresses, but like it's not coming up. It's not coming up. I couldn't find her anywhere. So I was like, okay, I don't know who that is, but I know it's somebody. But so then I sit down and it instantly hits me. And I was like, oh my God. That is April Kepner from Grey's Anatomy. So,
that's so fun.
The actress's name is Sarah Drew.
Okay.
And she's coming out in like she's in like a Hallmark movie coming out this year.
Oh,
but no, so she played April Kepner for like I don't know 10 plus years or something. Like she was a pretty big role in Grey's Anatomy, and she was so nice. Like I didn't actually talk to her, but she was very sweet. She was very nice to her little like
seatmate.
She was eating gummy worms.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. They're just like us, you know?
They're really just like us.
And she was like, just watching movies. And I was like, oh my God, it's totally April Kepner.
Cute.
Very excited. Okay, you can cut that part out because that has nothing to do with anything.
No, it's very exciting. Sarah, April, if you want to be on our show.
Sarah Drew.
Just reach out, you know.
Sarah Drew, you were just as beautiful in person. And I hope you made your connection because Salt Lake was a little late. And so I think she, and among other people, were a little bit nervous to get the connection to LA.
Yeah.
So
moving on.
Oh, so also, Laura, I was like, how did I forget the name of that actress or the character?
Yeah, this one you can't forgive.
Nope.
So Laura gives the medium group that comes, Aurora and the dude, she gives them she's like, well, this is, I took this from the person that attacked me in the bathroom. And they find that it belongs to Tomas. And they're like, he died 30 years ago. We've confirmed this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we also have a psychologist that attends. Because we met her before. Her name is Pilar.
Oh, right.
She is the police psychologist.
Oh, I think that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking of. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's the skeptic in this.
And she shows up to the night when the medium is going to go out. Like she wants to be there for that.
Which honestly, like if it were me, like I would want someone like that. Like I would want a skeptic and someone that could like be like, no. Like I would want both sides to be there. Yeah. I think that I would just feel better about it. Even if it like, I would want cast doubt, I would want that. Like just you know, a more balanced situation.
Agreed. I want both ends of the spectrum.
So they set the whole house up, and essentially what it will be is this cute little lady will sit in a room or walk. She'll be here, and then it's not like really hypnotized. They kind of put her.
That's what it felt like, though. It was like he was guiding her through it.
Place
where it was like, oh, I'm going to like count down from 10. And once you see this, like it was kind of like, I think that's a good way to describe
it's like she enters this space, and
they called it a summoning.
Once she's there, she will start. If it's available and if it's happening, she'll start being able to interact with the other side, the other realm, the other forces in the house. And so that's what's happening. And they're watching her on a video monitor because they're in a different part of the house because they have to be out of the way.
It's like if you've ever seen a paranormal show, like any of them, it's exactly that setup where like they have all the screens with all the cameras set up so they can like watch her go through and like talk to her. It's that setup.
And this is the part where Yvette, you might have thought your TV broke. It didn't. There was actually scenes that happened.
It was just children.
It was that she was hearing children.
just completely toned those out.
So there was still stuff happening, even if you couldn't hear it.
So yeah, because she starts hearing all the children, and we're aware that she's going way back. She's going back to when Laura was a kid. She's going to those orphans, right? Like, and it's just like creepy because we're only seeing like her side of it and trying to like figure out what's happening, but like the kids are like in pain and
they're telling her like we're sick, we've been poisoned, we're dying,
and like she's like goes into this room and like she's mortified and she's horrified and like she's like, what happened here? Like, what did they do to you? And we don't know because we're just watching her, so we're like, what happened to the kids? Like,
but then we see like the sound, like they have like the little sound waves from the recording, and like you see them just like completely spiked. So like they're hearing the children like just screaming, basically,
and it's very, very spooky.
And I think I forget who says it, but somebody points out that the reason that Simone could see them, even when alive, and we still at this point don't know what has happened to him, but was that because he was close to death.
Yes.
That's why he could
like his veil was thinner. Like he was able to,
And then so after this is done, I really like where okay, so it ends up ending, and then the medium team is going to go home. And sweet little Aurora says to Laura as she's leaving, she's like, because Laura's like, well, what do I do now? Well, like, we know they're here, but what do I do now? And Aurora says, everyone says seeing is believing, but really it's reversed. It's that believing is seeing. So that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
No, I loved that. That was good. That was a good line.
Because nothing came up for Simon. So she's like, so then her and Carlos talk. And she's like, I want to be alone. Like,
because Carlos is siding with Pilar. He's like, nah, I think you're not seeing what you think you're seeing, girl.
Yeah. And she's like, cool. I just need I need a little time here, like on my own. Like she's not, she's not saying anything definitive. She's just like, I need some time on my own.
Yeah. I think she'd even said like 2 days.
Yeah. Like just give me a little time. Like, so he leaves, they all leave, like, and it's just her now in the house. And you can tell she's like, okay, it's go time.
Yeah. Which crazy move to leave her.
I know.
Yes. Like agreed.
Wild move.
I know.
And
so it's cool because like at first, obviously like we're not sure what she's going to do, but she goes up to the room where the children would have slept that she made for the, her new children. And she's like emptying it. She's tearing the beds apart. She's like, and you're like, what is she doing? Like, oh God, she's lost it. Because she's like deconstructing the room. But we see like, there's this cool like montage where
there's a montage.
Like, she's recreating that time when she was an orphan with those kids. So she puts the beds back with the bedding that it used to be. And she dresses like, one of the Benigna, one of the helpers.
Oh, one thing that I saw this after, I didn't catch it while watching the movie, but when she's putting the beds back up, she puts up 8 beds, even though we know there's 6 kids. So
shit,
some foreshadowing.
There's so much. I'm kind of excited, and I'm going to keep my psych light because I want to know some of the fun facts, because I feel like there are so many things in this movie that are deeper than I caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there are.
I think this is one that you could like rewatch for sure. And like knowing what's going to happen means that you're just going to catch more on the rewatch. I think 100%. This is one that'd be worth it.
100%. Yes. Well, and so the montage starts because, and I didn't even write this down because it wasn't very notable, because it was a very small thing that happened like really early on in the movie. Is that I think it was right after Simone had gone missing, just when she was searching, And Laura happens to find, she goes to search in his bed. Oh my God. I'm just now even realizing the more levels to this. Because she goes to search in his bed is the first place, and it seems like he's there, but she pulls over the covers and there's a doll. And so then she happens to find the doll's hiding space. And so it's in that room.
Yeah.
So like that leads her to be like, oh, that was, because then when you think about that going back, Simone had the clue to find where he was from the first hours.
Yeah.
Of him being gone.
But she goes through all this crazy work, right? Like she works her ass off. And then she has the cute little table set.
Yeah.
And this is where we're going to talk about what we're sipping on. Because when I was watching the movie, it was not the first time this happened. It was actually, I think, and I would have to watch it again to like verify this. But at least I noticed every time they had a drink, when Simone was taking his pills, when they had a drink on their nightstand, or when they had a drink when they were eating, it was a yellow colored drink. So I looked it up because I was like, that seems weird. Like, what is the significance of that? And I couldn't find anything too much. So I don't know if you found anything more, but I did find that like in Spain at like that's a common drink, especially like with children, to have just like a lemonade, like at dinner, like it. So it was probably just that children like lemonade. And especially like at that time, especially back at that time, it would have been a brighter color lemonade, I found. So that might be why it was such a bright colored lemonade, because that was like giving props to the kids having a drink that they would want. I don't know if any of that's true. That's just what I found. So
I like it.
But either way, we decided to make like a kind of adult version of that. So I think Yvette, you made your own. Yes.
Yes. So I kept it pretty easy. It's almost like a spritz, essentially. So combine lemonade, limoncello to give it that like extra lemony adult flavor.
I love limoncello.
And then some club soda to make it kind of sparkly. Perfect. So it's just like an easy little like lemon kind of spritz drink.
I don't think we've ever done like a lemonade.
Not that I can think of.
I don't think so.
Oh man, you know what? Lemonade is one of those things where like I don't ever drink it, but when I do, it's so nostalgic. So I think that also like feels right for this movie.
Honestly,
like,
yeah.
It's just a nostalgic drink, lemonade.
You
know?
Yeah.
I don't drink it either. The only thing or much anymore, that gets close to it is the word that I cannot say. Arnold Palmer.
Oh, I was like limeade.
No, like I drink it in an Arnold.
Like you're not allowed
Palmer.
to say it, you know?
Arnold Palmer.
Like how try to say Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
No, it's
Arnold Palmer. Try to say that like 3 times fast. I dare you.
No,
you can't.
I
because that's like the half lemonade, half iced tea.
Right.
That's what you get too. Arnold Palmer.
But she is okay. So that's what we're sipping on. But it's sad because she's at the table and like nothing. And she's like, what do you want from me? Like she's so mad.
Yeah.
But then she's inspired. So tell us, Laura, what does she do?
So eventually this little scavenger hunt game leads her to the shed. And so we should say this scavenger hunt game has given her the last clue that she ends up with right before you're saying, Brianna, when she gets frustrated, is a doorknob. But she can't find it anywhere. So she gets so frustrated, she goes out to the shed. This is not where she finds where the doorknob leads. However, she does find this creepy oven/crematorium.
Yeah, I literally thought it was just a crematorium.
Like at first it almost looks like a pizza oven.
No, it does.
No, that's a good, I think that's a good way to describe it.
But like for humans, I think.
But for humans.
Yeah.
So she goes and she like busts through the wall. She's crawling through and she like heaves these big sacks of stuff. And the one sack spills open. And I love this reveal. because it's just all of these like, you know, like soft ashy bits, but then you see a child-sized jaw. You see a retainer. You see a piece of clothing that says one of the kids' names, which I feel like that would have incinerated.
Burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you see basically all of these evidence where you're like, oh my God. All of the orphans were cremated here.
Yeah.
So we learn that, and so and then Laura is just so distraught, and after all this digging she's exhausted and she just goes to wipe her forehead, wipe her brow, and so she just has all of this human ash all over her face. And the next thing we see is the cops come, because of course she calls the police to say, hey, I found these bodies or parts of bodies.
Yeah.
And we learned that Benigna, she took revenge for all the kids that had messed with Tomas and killed them. She poisoned them, like berry pies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she still does not have Simone.
She does not have Simone.
And so once again, it's like, yep, we'll just leave you here.
So they're like, bye, good night. And at this point,
she washes up, so she doesn't have the ash all over her face anymore.
And I think she's remembering what Aurora told her. So she decides to play the 1, 2, 3, uno, dos, tres. And I love this scene because it's dark. And she's just so like, again, this actress, she did such a good job. She's really exhausted. She's scared, but she's desperate. And so she just is leaning up against the wall and she's just doing it. And
and like, okay, at first she does it and nothing. And then she does it and then nothing. And then she does it. And she turns around and there's a little boy.
Yeah.
He's far away, but there's a little boy. And then she turns around. 1, 2, 3, knock the door. Or knock the wall. And then she turns around and there's multiple.
Yep.
And then they're getting closer. It's such a good scene.
So good.
It's such a good scene. And so then they run away. They run away from her.
Yeah, because she does like the final like 1, 2, 3, and then an arm comes up and grabs her before she turns around, and then that's when they all run away.
That's when the chase, and that's when normally we had seen from the very first scene of the movie, like once the person gets you, and they touch you on the shoulder, then it's chase. It's like just a game of tag. And so they're leading her away, and so she's following them, and then the one that she ends up following, and I think she even might have said, you know, where is Simone? Show me Simone. They run into the closet. The closet's just full of junk
because it's a very small closet. And then once she gets there, they're gone. And so she's kind of like throwing things around, like trying to like look. And she's exasperated, but then she moves the pole, and it's like she sees something.
Yep.
And then she's got the doorknob.
Yeah, because she looks back. So she sees something, but then she looks back and she's like, oh my God, the doorknob to the closet. Looks like the doorknob I've been searching for.
And so where the pole had been, there's a little hole in the paper. And she sees, and she puts the doorknob in, and it clicks.
And so then it opens a door and there's stairs. And so she walks down the stairs.
Yeah.
And we see that it's obvious it is Tomas's secret spot because it's got all these paintings and things.
Yeah.
Tomas.
Drawings.
Like it's a whole secret lair. Yeah. Yeah.
Because we knew that she kept him separate. So we're like, oh, okay. Like this is where he had to go like play. Like, okay, go down there.
Yeah.
Then she sees something you can kind of see that some stairs have been disturbed. Like someone fell through them, and you see a lump at the bottom of the stairs. Or maybe at first she thought she saw him sleeping, but either way, she finds Simone.
Yeah, I think at first she saw Simone as Simone, but then she saw the stairs that had collapsed on themselves, and then she saw kind of just a body with the paper mask on.
Yeah.
And I think she knew. So she goes over, and she slowly takes the mask off. She holds him, and it was Simone. And we kind of see that what had happened the day of the party was, he had wanted to take his mom downstairs to this little hidey hole, but she got mad. She slapped him. That made him mad. He pushed her and she fell into the bathtub, and he ran downstairs and went in the hidey hole. And then when they were looking, she knocked the thing over and he got locked down there, and he was down there the entire time.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It's so fucking tragic.
It's such a good twist in the movie where it's almost kind of like a similar vibe to the twist that happens in the others. And there's other movies that I'm thinking of, but where like the thing you think you've been watching, you realize, oh, this was such good movie making because it completely could have been something else the whole time.
Yeah.
And I just didn't realize it.
Yes.
Because at one point, and this, again, this was even something I wrote down, because at one point when she's first searching, she hears what she thinks are like little ghost voices in the wall. But we learned that was when Simone had kind of fallen down. And like, so we know it wasn't a ghost boy.
He was calling for her.
It was Simone.
Yeah.
Calling for her.
Oh, God. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, and before she realizes it's his dead body, when Brianna, back when you were saying she thought it was him alive, she kind of hallucinated finding him alive, he even says like, stay and play with us.
Yeah.
And she's like, I wish I could.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful scene. Because I think, again, like we talk about this all the time, but like when a horror movie, there are some where it is Satan, it is the ghost, it is a monster, and that's amazing. They pull it off well. But there is this like deep gut punch when a movie can pull off that, like, no, the horror was just this mundane, everyday tragedy. Like it was just a mom losing her son. And her last moment, she's so regretful of, because she was mad. And like, so it's really just this very like day-to-day mundane, in air quotes, tragedy. But the way they unveil it, like, oh, it's beautifully done. I love it. I could, it's so sad and so tragic. Yeah.
So then we see her back in the room that she had prepared with all the 8 beds we now know.
Yeah. She carries him upstairs.
She carries him upstairs. And you can tell at that point that like it's clearly a decaying body because it's very light. It's not like got all the human flesh on it. And then she's just holding him and she's crying and she's taking a bunch of pills.
Yeah. Yeah, she just has the bottle and she's slowly trying to take them.
And then this is what I just wrote. Now she's ghost mommy and she's grown old like Wendy.
Yeah, because they do talk about the Peter Pan thing like more than I think we explained, like on and off. They talk about it throughout the movie. Because then we see, and at first, I mean, it's mildly cheesy a little bit, but I actually
liked it though.
I liked the way they did it. Like it's essentially that, like, as she dies, we don't see her die. We just see the children come to her,
appear.
They come in the room and they're all around her. And there's this really cute moment where they all seem really nervous and like they're kind of trepidatious, like, because she's a grown up, like, and one of the little orphan walks up and like because I think this was the little girl that was blind, because one of the orphans was blind.
Yep.
And she touches her face and she's like, it's Laura. It's her.
Yeah.
And they're all like, yay. Like,
But they're like making fun of her. They're like, oh my God, you're old.
I know. I
Yeah.
started crying.
Oh, I did too. I
like,
so did too. It was, yeah.
And then she just starts telling them a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that was fucking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
but also I thought like, oh my God, poor Carlos is going to come like,
oh, I know.
Yeah.
oh my God.
Speaking of Carlos, we kind of jump to him
Yes.
arriving at the orphanage, and we see a gravestone.
Yep.
And it's like for Laura, Simone, and all the other kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he like walks around like it's just like it's empty. Like you can tell they like move stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But he finds a little like medallion thing that he had given Laura and was like, because she believed it. He was like, I don't believe in this stuff, but you do. So like you should take it. It'll work better. Give it back when you find Simone.
Mm-hmm.
And so he finds it in the house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which was that her giving him closure or her opening up a game? That scavenger game.
Oh. Could go either way.
Could go either way. Yeah. And then we just get this beautiful ending music.
Yeah. I know.
It's such a good movie.
It was one of those movies. And I will say, because, you know, actually someone was asking me, like, do I love movies, like all movies, as much as I love horror, or do I specifically love horror? And I do love movies. Like I love movies. But I will say, like, for the most part, I think I have a more like emotional connection to horror movies, because it's movies like this where like they'll end and I'm just like quiet for a few minutes after.
Yeah. Oh,
and I'm just like I just think about it, because I'm like, oh man, because there's so much there. Like it's just, ooh. So this was one of those for me.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Nice selection, Brianna.
Oh, that was a really, really good find.
I'm kind of like really sad and also embarrassed that I have not brought this movie up before, because I had seen it and I loved it so much the first time that I'm like, how did I forget to bring this one up? But
I know.
Yeah, no, it's great suggestion.
All right. Well, I know we already did the dream thing, but let's see where you're going to take us with a psychology segment. Just remember, she's not a real doctor. But that's okay, because these are not real people. They're all ghosts.
They're all ghosts.
They're all ghosts.
They're all ghosts. Which, you know, I was going to say they need to make a movie about a psychologist for ghosts, but they did. It's called Casper. It's an amazing movie. It's when I fell in love with Devon Sawa. So you should just all go watch that as well.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That would be a cute, like, sitcom though.
Right.
Of like,
oh my God,
a psychologist, like a therapist for ghosts.
Yeah.
That would be
I think
so
they
cute.
actually
Shit. No, we have to cut. This is our big chance, you guys.
Cut this
I think
out.
maybe they made Casper into like a little sitcom. Like it was a stupid like Saturday morning kids show.
This is for the Patreon.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a little short and sweet with the psych.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like we haven't been talking for that long, and it's been over an hour.
Yeah.
So
I know. Like
we
when we're
like
into
the whole
it,
movie.
we just don't even notice.
No.
You know?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
So I'm going to do something I don't normally do for psych, and I'm going to give a little bit of a tease, because a psych topic was brought up that I don't think then went very far in this movie, but I feel that we need to find a movie that addresses this, because I think it could be very interesting.
Ooh.
So when Laura first goes to the guy who was it's kind of like the cut this out because I can't say this. He was like the pimp for the Aurora woman. Like he wasn't the like.
No, we're not cutting that out. We're absolutely that's what he was,
because he was not. he
No,
was
he
not the
wasn't.
medium.
He was just he was like their agent almost.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
their
think
agent. There we go.
agent
No, I
might
think
be a
pimp is,
better
we're keeping that one in.
word.
Paranormal pimp, baby.
So like when she first goes in, she's the paranormal pimp. So when she first goes in to him, he's talking about like several psychological things. And one, I don't even remember, I didn't write it down. It was very legit thing. But then he starts talking about doppelgängers. And so he's like, yeah, the German call it doppelgängers. And so, and then he starts going into like the supernatural. And so I wrote it down as like a possible, let's look into this. But then they didn't go far into it.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that scene.
Yeah. But so the idea of a doppelganger, like now we kind of use it like you see someone who looks like you or someone else sees someone. So, okay. Have either of you ever had reports of a doppelganger? I know Brianna and I have met our brother / Yvette's husband's doppelganger. He works as a server at a local restaurant here, and it is uncanny.
It is Matthew.
I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but Matt does just look like a white man. And the number of times that you guys have marcoed me to be like, oh my God, we found Matt's doppelganger.
No,
and it's like, guys, that's just a white man.
No,
no, I've only thought it with this man.
One really, it was his aura. Like there was something.
This man is Matt. It's crazy.
Okay, do you want to know what's funny? Now, I think, Laura, you've had this. You've experienced it. I don't know. You'll tell us. But not only have I never experienced a doppelganger, I have never had anyone tell me I look like someone, whether it's famous or someone they know. Like I have never been likened to another human being in my entire life. Like I've asked people like, who's my celebrity lookalike? People are like, no one. You don't look like anyone. I was like, oh, okay, that's rude. But so yeah, no, I don't have a doppelganger.
Matt and I apparently, not only do I have a doppelganger, I have a couple doppelganger. I forget if I told you guys about this because there was like this period of time where everywhere Matt and I would go, we would run into someone who said they just saw us. What? So like we went to the grocery store and we're like checking out. And the person at the register was like, oh, hey, how did that pasta turn out the other night? And we were like, what? Like, like, oh, like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, like you guys were like just in, you were going to make that pasta. And like, I mean, again, very specific.
Yeah, like very familiar.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you were going to do this. And it was like, oh, that wasn't us.
That's amazing. Like not just one, but an actual cup. That's amazing.
So it's a couple. And then we were walking around and like, you know, it was like one of like the main streets here where like, there's like a bunch of shops. And there was like a random shop that we like went into and they were like, oh, hey, you guys were just in here the other day, right? So like, not only do we have a doppelganger couple, but they're really social because
apparently and all the same places you are like,
yeah, it's like, oh, hey, you were going to do this. And then this is the closest we've ever been to them. We were on a hike and we were hiking around. And this couple had like pulled off because I think they had like a dog or something. So they were like off to the side and they were like, oh, hey, you guys again.
No.
And we were like, what? And they're like, yeah, we like just ran into you. Like you were just. So that's the closest we've ever been.
That is
to finding them.
Wild.
Yeah. So not only is there a doppelganger, it's a couple.
You guys, that's exciting and a little spooky.
Isn't that crazy?
Impressive?
That's a little spooky. I love it.
The hike was the craziest one where it's like, do I run? Like, which way did they go? This is the closest I've ever been to this couple.
You're like chasing them down. Wait.
You should.
Have you seen anyone who looks like us?
Or you should put like one of those like missed connection ads in the paper, like seeking couple who everybody says that they look like us.
Do you look like me?
Made post the other
picture
day
of you.
You know,
like, do you look like this? Because
do you look like us? If so, call.
People say that they've seen us when they've seen you. Does it happen the reverse?
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
So anyway, not only is there a double, it's a couple, and they're very social.
All right.
That's amazing.
People will have full conversations.
Love it. No, I mean, I've had like little things where Like once in yoga, someone came up and gave me a hug and they were like, "Oh, I'm glad you're back. How's the thing?" And I was like, "I don't know you."
I don't know you. It was great. Thanks. Who are you?
Who are you?
But like I kind of look like the typical like woman who goes to yoga in Utah. So like
Yeah, I feel like you and Matt like are just typical.
I mean,
I'm also white, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know.
Oh my God. Do you guys remember when like I feel like it was like a Snapchat filter when it was really popular to do the gender reverse thing? Brianna, you weren't with us. It was, I think, just us and then Laura and Jaden. And it was like trending. And so we did it. Like Jaden and I were like, I can't do this anymore. Cause
that's so
when you did it, Laura looked like Matt and Matt looked like Laura. It was uncanny.
It was uncanny.
That is really upsetting, you guys.
It was very upsetting, actually.
That's amazing.
I don't like it.
That is amazing.
Anyway, what the hell are we talking about?
Why did doppelgangers have anything to do with this movie?
Okay, because
we've been talking for 40. What does that have to do with the movie?
We've been talking for 45 minutes.
Because, so it kind of seemed like Simone and Tomas were a little bit like interchanged in some people's perspectives in this movie.
Oh, okay.
So the idea kind of got like floated that like doppelgangers could be a theme.
I mean, one had like a bag on his face.
Right.
But
well, yeah.
Well, you know.
But so while I don't think it really was addressed in this movie, I want to put a pin in it for another movie, but just talk about where I do feel like they kind of used that theme, because I feel like in this movie they did talk about multiple realities. So I like that's one of my favorite things that happened in this movie was, is it that Laura was dealing with ghosts? Is it that she was dealing with her son who was missing but like hidden in her home? Is it that she was dealing with her own repressed memories? Is it some combination of realities of multiple of those things? Like, I just feel like there's this like dual, triple layer of realities that was happening in this movie.
You know, I feel like House on Haunted Hill, the series, I feel like they had a very similar, like, I had a moment when I was watching this that I thought of that show. Yeah. And I think it was that concept.
Yeah.
Of like, it's a lot of the things happening.
Right. Because like, I guess what I'll pose this question as part of my segment. Do you feel like ghosts were trying to contact Laura? Or do you feel like Laura's son went missing in a kind of hidden compartment in her home, and then she had these like repressed memories and grief that was leading her, and I'll talk about the other, okay, I'll just say the name of it. My next part of my psych is grief hallucinations. So she was having her own trauma and grief hallucinations that were making her think that these ghosts were happening. Like, so what do you think it is? Do you think there was ghosts contacting her, or that her son just went missing and she was having trauma and passed?
I think for me, how I always think of it, with especially things like this, is that like, I think it was both. And I think the ghosts that we, the audience, saw weren't there. And I don't even know that she necessarily saw it. That, I think, was the hallucination. Like that, I think, was not actually happening. I think that helped us visualize it. But I think their presence was there. And also all the real grief. But I do think there was their presence was there.
Yeah, I think there were ghosts. I mean, you got the medium. You got all the, I think there were at least some ghosts.
Yeah.
Well, and then it even leads me further down this rabbit hole of, okay, did the medium actually see ghosts, or did the medium just pick up on Laura's memories and trauma? Fair. Like, is that what she was reading, rather than that there was actually those ghosts there? It's when you kind of think about the layer, this movie is an onion.
Right.
Oh, when you think about the layers, there are so many that you could go down.
And I mean, I saw this reel where it was talking about how like they hate horror movies because like why didn't, in this movie, then why didn't Simone's ghost just be like, Mom, I'm in the basement? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's ghosts, why wasn't he like, hey, Mom, like,
Right.
Because like, obviously, if you're going to start like poking holes in things, water is going to get through. But
It's true.
I think that like, it's not that straightforward. It's not that formulaic.
One or the other.
Yeah.
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 So.
And I think that is what this movie did well, is that you can watch it with a different interpretation. Like you can assume a lot, like it's like, oh, this is all in her head and other things are just kind of contributing to it. And like, no, it's haunted. And that's what you can see it multiple different ways.
Totally. Yes. So then the last kind of concept I'll bring up is something I don't think we've talked about yet, is the idea of bereavement visions or bereavement hallucinations. Sometimes the term hallucination has a negative connotation, like people think that it means, like you're crazy or that it's not real. So people who don't really like the term bereavement hallucinations could also call this continuing bonds experience. So you're continuing the
that sounds crazier.
Right? You're continuing the bond with someone rather than hallucinating.
And like hallucinate better.
But also, it can also sometimes be referred to or thought of as ADC. After Death Communications.
Oh, love it.
So what I thought was really interesting about this is just there's actually been kind of a lot of death of people and pets in my life recently. And so I was just, that was heavy on my brain when I was thinking through this. And I was thinking about people that have passed or souls that have passed that try to contact you afterwards. And that it's actually really common. So as many as 50% of people who have had someone they have loved pass away will experience this ADC event or this like bereavement hallucination where they think that they see or hear or feel the person or loved one. I'm more thinking of a pet because I have had those moments. I have had an ADC with past pets where you really think you feel them. So like when Laura was in the bed and she thought Simone was there with her.
Yeah.
So it's actually really common, like as many as 50%, but like a lower estimate would be about 30 to 50% of people will experience this. What I thought was really interesting and not really surprising is that one study showed it's very culturally dependent.
I can see
if this is reported, and actually our culture, like Americans, have it happen at a fairly high rate. Which I thought is interesting because I feel like Americans were kind of skeptics, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not as spiritual, but we have a higher rate than a lot of other places of having these like after death communications.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
Me too. I agree.
I feel like culturally we don't.
No.
You have to believe to see.
Exactly. Yes. It's not seeing as believing. It's the other way around.
Yep.
But so these ADCs, they can happen in multiple ways. It can be that you just sense them, like you feel them, or you hear them, or you see them, or smell them, or another one is experience them in a dream. And like not to get like too emotional, but that's what's happened with me.
Yeah.
Where I have had a pet where I have lost that pet, and I have a dream, and in the dream, I know that they have died, but they're there, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And so like I just get to spend time with them, and it's honestly like the coolest thing, and it's a sense of comfort. It really is, because it's like they're there and they're letting me know that they're okay.
Yeah.
But it having those moments can be brought on and triggered by your environment. So like Laura, for example, was in her bed, and Simone, we had seen this earlier in the movie, he was like, oh, can I sleep with you tonight?
Yeah.
And so because she's in a space that kind of triggers this memory of Simone, that's when he then came to her I feel like she like sensed him and then physically felt him.
Yeah.
She was even like, look, it's warm. It's warm where he was. So really, it's, if you don't believe that it's the actual soul of the being coming to visit you, it's a really normal way of your mind to process what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's your way of trying to keep this connection with someone you've had this connection to, because it's not like once someone you've been so close to passes, once they have died, half of that connection is still so strong in there. You can't just poof,
It doesn't
goes
just
away.
vanish.
It doesn't
Yeah.
just vanish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your brain's way of still keeping that connection going and that connection to the memory.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it really is a comfort to people.
Yeah.
If it becomes distressing though, if it becomes where then like you're feeling like they're haunting you or you can't get over it.
Right.
And if it's not just that they're there to visit or to say goodbye, but it's that they're there to kind of like impose upon your life, that would be the point where go see somebody. Go talk to somebody, because it's not healthy. But otherwise, it's actually a very, very normal thing. Which I kind of like that this movie like gave little snippets of that.
Yeah.
Because that is a normal part of grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like how they portrayed it. I like how they showed it.
I agree.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I kept it at for Psych today. So I figured we'd have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. No, like if we like a movie or hate a movie,
Yes.
we'll just talk about it endlessly. Like it's, yeah, we'll go through like every scene and be like, this is why it was good, or this is why I hate it actually.
I was just thinking of our therapist, ghost doctor, and I was like thinking of like a ghost that like is stalking their ex, and the therapist has to talk them through it. I'm telling you guys, we need to write this down. It's going to be great.
Well,
we're on to something.
You know that I have a passed on ex that has been haunting me.
Yeah, I do.
Right.
So see, we're inspired. We need to write these things
write it down.
You know,
like, Laura, the lights, dang it.
Turn our life.
Laura, write
money.
it down. Write it down.
Oh man, it's weird. It's weird when you feel like you're being haunted. All right. Well,
anyway, fun facts. Okay, I found an interview with, I think it was both the screenwriter and the director. And in the interview with Culture Vulture, they asked them actually about the others specifically, because I think a lot of people have made that connection of like, oh, they're kind of similar. No, and honestly, I thought that too. Like, I thought it reminded me of a lot of the others. So this movie came out after the others. It was 2007. The others came out in 2001. But the story was written much earlier. It took them like 10 years to get this movie made. Okay. So they're like, look, we had this story before the others came out. So that wasn't the inspiration for it. It was already made. Took that long to get it going.
I mean, that's still a pretty open and vague concept. It's not like
yeah. And it's not a ripoff in any way.
No, because it wasn't like it didn't act. It just had a similar vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they did directly address it, so I thought I'd bring it up.
Okay.
And then I don't know, it was really interesting just like listening to them talk through like coming up with the story, because I think the original story had more details like about even like Laura's life, because like we really do get, it's like she's adopted, she's coming back to get by the orphanage, you know, like right. I think there was like more details in the original version that they wrote, and like they said like for the actors, you know, they have like here's more information about your character than even what the movie's going to show. So like they had more details, but they were very intentional about kind of cutting that stuff out, because it was like, honestly, like it didn't really add to the movie. Like they were like, you'll just figure it out. They're like, I don't know, the audience is going to be like, I don't know, she was here, she left, something happened in the middle. You can, you know, try to be like, I don't know, was it good, was it bad, maybe she's coming back for a reason, like jumping over. So like I think they tried to make sure they weren't like over explaining stuff to us.
I
like
actually like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, because that's when I feel like we end up hating movies, is when they like just do too much explanation. It's like, we are adults. We're smart humans. Let us figure it out.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it felt intentional. Like I even wonder if the, like the party, how it's like, why were they wearing masks? It's like, I don't know. It's probably a costume party. Like, it's like,
right.
There's things that like we will just make an assumption about.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you don't like, if we don't see a masquerade party like explained. But I just thought that was kind of cool because I feel like we talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
And then with the screenwriter, he was also talking about how like he did not want any jump scares. Like he was like, no, like I want it to be just like a spooky like vibe where it's like, yeah, like, there's no like chairs floating in the air and like, this isn't like, ooh, ghost story. Like he called them like, like cheap, like kind of fright kind of things. But the director was like, no, we need like a couple jump scares. And he was like, watching the movie, it needed those. It needed a couple.
Because I was going to say,
they did it very well though.
Yeah.
They're still done in like a very like subtle,
because like
conducive to the vibe way.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking of, the 1, 2, 3 knock the wall. Like when she sees the ghost boy for the first time, you were expecting, but it was still scary.
Yeah.
So it was done well. Like that was good.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap.
No, it wasn't cheap.
Because I get what he was saying, because I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I don't know, there's like so many inspirations for this. So I talked about the screenwriter's like childhood, but in terms of like other things that inspired it, it was like, well, definitely Peter Pan. Like it was like seeing Peter Pan and then thinking about the parents of the kids in Wonderland, and like what they would go through. So like Peter Pan, Turn of the Screw was another one. They were like, I don't know, Edgar Allan Poe just in general with like hidden
with,
rooms,
like,
things behind the wall and So like that was a big inspiration. And then for the screenwriter, he said like as a kid, he really liked Poltergeist, The Omen, like Rosemary's Baby. So like it was very much so like taking his childhood and then writing it into that style or making it. And I feel like I see like all of it.
Oh,
it's like, I don't know. Totally. I feel like every movie, right? It's like, oh yeah, I can see how this is inspired by like all of these things.
Totally.
So after it came out, it did pretty well. Like it did well in the box office. Like people liked it, had pretty good reviews. So New Line Cinema actually bought the rights for an American remake. Seeing that it had done well, I was like, oh, let's just like remake it in the US. But that was right out. So that was like 2007, maybe 2008 if they waited a while. So they bought the rights. It was like passed around between like this director can do it and like, no, maybe this director can do it. And like that happened for like a few years. And then I think very recently they just said it's canceled. So they have the rights to an American remake. I don't think it's going to happen.
They shouldn't. And I'm giving away my rating, but this was a perfect movie. Like they don't remake it.
Yeah.
You're just going to make it worse.
Well, and the original people were not part of it. Cause I forget if it was the screenwriter or the director that I read the interview for that was like, if you're just going to remake it, it's not worth it. Like if you're going to make something different, then maybe there's something there. But they were like, it's not.
And like,
you don't
why?
need to remake this?
Like just for a language,
just for money
change. Yeah. Like why?
Yeah. Like, so I'm not mad that didn't work out.
Right.
Apparently Guillermo del Toro is in this movie.
Yes.
I did not catch it. Did you see where he was?
Yeah, because he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she broke her leg.
Yeah, he plays the doctor.
I know. I was like,
she breaks her leg.
Because it made me think of M. Night Shyamalan. Because a lot of in M. Night Shyamalan, he's in a lot of his movies. And so when I was watching it, I rewound it because I was like, wait a second.
You're like,
you know what's so funny is I thought to myself, I was like, where is that doctor guy from? When I saw him, that makes so much sense now. Okay.
Okay. Apparently while shooting, the director would like improvise a lot of things just to like keep the actors on their toes. So he would like do things like just like improvise a bunch of stuff or like surprise them or like add something like running in the background, like which like honestly, I guess for a horror movie, it's like, I don't know, keep them on their toes.
Yeah,
keep it like
stressful though.
No, you want a high stress environment.
Makes me think of The Shining. And
I know.
Wendy,
Yeah, like,
right?
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah. Oh, my last fun fact, and it's like the last thing that happens in the movie, so I think it works well, is the necklace, like the medallion that is returned to Carlos, is Saint Anthony, is the figure on it. And in like at least like the Catholic religion, he's the saint of lost items. So
Brilliant.
Cool.
Yeah, like ties
That's
in really
a
well.
good little nod. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Mm. How interesting. How interesting.
This was a really good one. I really liked this.
I know. All right. Well, here we go. Here on Spooky Sips, we don't give stars. We give sips. So out of 5 sips, how many are you giving this movie?
Okay, as the one who saw it before I saw this one. Guys, I cannot come up with a fault of this movie. I can't think of something where I'm like, I wish they did it differently, or I wish they would have changed it. And while it wasn't like super, super scary, it did give me those little like freaky feelings afterwards, like a little freaked out after. And it was just so beautiful. And I loved the characters, and I really cannot find anything that's like making me knock it down. I'm giving it a 5. Yeah. I loved it.
Nice.
I loved it. I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. And I think like as we talk about it too, like it's like, I don't know, like everything felt so intentional.
Yes.
I was never bored. I was, and I remember, and that's the other thing. Like, I think I already said this, but like, I forget movies. I forget it, but I remembered this one. Even when watching it, I was like, oh, I know how this movie goes. And I still am excited to watch it again.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not in English and you still really liked it. And like the fact that it still came through, like that is really impressive of a movie to be able to pull off.
Yeah. You know, I will say, like, I think sometimes, especially nowadays, I have a hard time like staying focused in a movie. If I'm in a movie theater, great, but like at home, like, so I like when a movie is not in English, because like I have to stay plugged in or I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
So like I almost think I prefer when they're not, because I have to stay like, in attention. So
do you ever like do that though, where like you like have the subtitles on and then you like start doing something else and it's like I don't speak Korean. Like, why do I think I can like go do like something else and just keep playing it in the background?
All the time. All the time. And then I'm like, I don't even.
It's like, I didn't catch any of that.
You know. Okay, I think for me, I'm going to give it a 4.5 because I really love it. I was just pulling up our ratings because I was looking at a couple of other movies and, to see where I was at. And I'm giving it a 4.5 because I love it. I highly recommend it. And I think for me, I like this type of horror.
Me too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love like a gritty, gory horror too.
I like a beautiful story.
I know. But I also love like, this is the kind of horror that like I remember because it just is like, so good, So 4.5 for me.
Yeah. Honestly, I think, I think we're all going to rate it pretty. I think I'm saying like 4.5, but like, I don't really know why I can't give it 5. I've like been trying to figure it out. And I think it's just personal preference. I think is what it comes down to. It's like, I don't know. Like, I think that's really it. Like, I think it was really good. I really liked watching it. I think I would watch it again.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Because now knowing what happens, I kind of want to go back and see what I like missed from it.
Same.
So very solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So if you have not seen it, like 100% go check it out.
It's such a good one.
It is.
Very highly recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no, I can't tell you what we're watching next because I'm going to, but we need to collect our facts because friends, we watched 2 because Thanksgiving is coming up. It's turkey time, and we had a hit and miss.
Sorry. Just a little bit.
Give us a second and let me gather my facts because we watched 2 movies, but I'll probably just be telling you the first, and then let's figure out what we're doing.
Well, we could say that this movie, the little like dinner scene with the pies and everything, I was like, this is a good November one. Like that gave me Thanksgiving. So I think we were already on theme.
Yes. Okay. So
we were going. I think we should say what we were going to watch because I think our pictures have that in the background.
No, I know, and I do too, but I just don't remember the names of all of them.
Okay, so I remember the name of the first one.
Let me write it
because
down.
I'll take blame.
So the first was
we were going to watch Poultrygeist, Night of the Dead Chicken or something
like that.
And
okay, so we'll just say that's I don't even need to say it. That's what we were going to watch, friends.
I picked it because of the name. We got about 5 minutes in. Several people left the room. We tried it for about 5 more minutes, and we all decided to quit. So don't watch it.
We also have a surprise guest friend with us, and she noped out of there within 35 seconds.
Yeah, did not last very long.
Yeah.
So then we stopped it, and we then watched. We regathered.
I don't remember.
And then what did we watch?
What did we watch?
We watched The Last Thanksgiving.
That sounds right.
That's what it was. The Last Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Also terrible, but
watchable.
At least watchable.
Yeah.
So listen, if you're like a frat bro from 2005, go ahead and watch Poultrygeist. You might like it.
No, not even then.
No, you probably would. Other than that,
I think so. Mm-hmm.
Other than that
might be the target
audience. Last Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for our friend Liz to join it. And so it's funny because normally we record in order, but for whatever reason happened, we recorded that before this. So that's why we can tell you.
Because we were all together.
Because we were together. And it was like, we have to do the Thanksgiving one together.
Yes.
Yes. But I bought us all turkey cups.
Yep.
Those were cute.
Yeah.
So while you're doing your holiday prep, get watching, get sipping.
Not during the first movie, though.
No.
Don't watch that.
And we'll see you next time on Spooky Sips.
Okay, bye.
Cute.
Thank you for listening to Spooky Sips. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening. To stay up to date on all the spooky things we're up to, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at spookysips_podcast. And if you want to help support the podcast, consider buying us a coffee, or really a cocktail. We are completely independent, so every little bit goes a long way to keeping our podcast running and improving. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.